Hello everybody, welcome to US Weather Plus Final Summer 2013 Forecast Part 3 out of 3 Hurricane Forecast and Overall Setup. Now, I hope you watched Part 1 and Part 2 because I advise you don't get to Part 3 before you watch Part 1 and Part 2. Especially Part 2 because it contains a lot of the forecast and I hope you like them. But let's go to Part 3, which will be mainly regarding hurricanes. We'll also talk about the overall setup. So here's the Atlantic hurricane season 2013 forecast. By me, of course. Now, 14 to 18 storms will be named. 9 and 12 will be hurricanes. 3 to 6 of them will landfall. And 2 to 4 will probably be major hurricanes. And maybe one major hurricane can landfall, let's say like that. One of the landfalls might be a major hurricane. But this will be slightly, this hurricane season will be above average, not well above average. Because average is 12 named. Okay, let's put an average here. So average is 12 in this part. Yeah, 12 here. I guess 7 here. 3 to 4 here, and 1 to 2 here. And so this will be above average. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This is where it gets hot. Atlantic hurricane season 2013 landfall risk outlook by US Weather Plus. The yellow is a low risk for the landfall, and coastal Texas and southwestern Louisiana, there'll be no low risk, I think, for landfall because there might be some sort of blocking here, and probably storms will go here. They'll not really penetrate as far west as this. Mainly the hurricanes will go here because when I show you and I talk about this, I want to show you the hurricane tracks, which I think will happen this year. Orange is medium, and coastal Louisiana, much of coastal Louisiana would be medium, but I still think there's not that much of an impact for those areas. More of an impact will be in this reddish area, which is a high risk, and starting in Mississippi down into Alabama, Florida, even into eastern Florida, you could all be having a good risk for some landfalls. Further up here, it's a moderate risk for landfall in this area. I thought there would be blocking here, but not really. Probably there will not be a blocking in this area, but still there might be some cooler waters in this area that will at least reduce the threat of hurricanes a little bit. And then again, another reddish area from Long Island down to Cape Hatteras, and this is a primary threat area for not necessarily hurricanes, but some tropical storms. More hurricanes will occur in this area, but still you need to watch out if you're in this area. Far into New England, there's just moderate risk. Impacts could reach Massachusetts, maybe Boston or some of those areas, but I'm into Maine, it's a low risk, and I doubt there will be any impacts farther up into Maine. Now, I'm going to show you the hurricane tracks. Now, I don't have that too much to the east, but let's say a hurricane comes in from here, and here where there's a dividing point. Now, one track, the primary track, goes here, and it would usually landfall around Mobile, or Pensacola, or Destin, or maybe Panama City, these areas. Well, yes, or maybe they can also go up here, maybe follow the western Florida coast, or maybe even landfall somewhere around Miami, although that's not as likely. And then there's a secondary track that brings them up here. So what I think, So what I think here, they'll be sort of landfalling, but they'll be still close to the coast, so they'll be maybe following coastal New Jersey here. and maybe they'll landfall, but more often they'll follow the coast here, and then okay, let's start again. So more often they'll follow the coast here, and then they would landfall in Long Island, and then they would turn east and follow this coast. That's what I think, but some landfalls will be possible in this area too, because some might not choose to follow the coast, but they instead choose to go inland, and they'll landfall right in New Jersey, where Hurricane Sandy struck last year. That's primary threat area this year. Let's see what's next. Here is the hurricane season summary. So most hurricanes will hit the Gulf Coast. Some tropical storms, perhaps a hurricane, might strike the mid-Atlantic coast. There will be a chance of the remains of tropical weather to reach New England. Most hurricanes will hit the eastern Gulf of Mexico rather than western, so it's highly doubtful if Texas or even much of Louisiana gets affected by tropical weather. That's a summary pretty much, and that's my summary, yeah. To sum up the just US Weather Plus 2013 final summer outlook, I want to show you the overall summer setup outlook. And let's start with the Northwest. The Northwest, they will be cool, cold, and wet. So there'll be lots of rain. Also leave feedback if you like these rain symbols. Speedy rain. But you'll be very wet in these areas and cold. Now in this area, in this yellowish orangish area, that's where it'll be cool, still cool, not cold, but you'll still be cool, and seasonable precipitation pretty much. Usually this area will be getting well below seasonal precipitation, not this time. Now here, this red area, where you see these fires burning, please leave feedback if you like these fire symbols. So these areas will be hot, with drought conditions and fire weather. So this area will be really hot. It will be scorching, sizzling, especially in Oklahoma and Kansas. How about more north? Around the Great Lakes region and into the interior northeast, you'll be cool and slightly wet, with more rain showers going on. You'll not be as wet as in this area, but you'll still be getting some rain showers, maybe storms. More like rain showers. Storms will be more like south, maybe, like in this area, in the warm sector. Now, this orange color, this is seasonal weather, which means seasonal, pretty much seasonal temperatures and seasonal precipitation. Nothing above or below average. And it include much of the east. However, a couple areas are not included in the east from this. One is along the Gulf Coast, right along the Gulf Coast in Florida. This is where it will be cool and tropical weather will be likely. Please leave feedback on how you like these tropical storm symbols. Another area like the Mid-Atlantic coast and up in New England will be cool and possible tropical weather, which will be a lesser chance, but it will still exist. So that's why it will be cooler here. Wherever there will be chance of tropical weather, it will be cooler. So I hope you liked this outlook, and I hope you understood everything. US Weather Plus Final Summer 2013 Forecast. Thank you for watching all 3 parts of my Final Summer 2013 outlooks. Please leave feedback, comments, and or suggestions about all 3 parts, especially this one. If needed, a revised Summer 2013 outlook may come out in the last week of June if the Jamstack runs really changing my forecast, which means practically that if the Jamstack changes, then I'll think of changing my forecast too, but it's not necessary that a revised one will be needed. If one will occur, probably maybe around the 24th, 25th of June, or maybe the 20th. Please visit usweatherplus.wordpress.com for more updates regarding severe weather, tropical weather. If you want frequent short-term for Facebook updates to remain, Please like and share our Facebook page. And we really appreciate any new likes or shares of our Facebook page. We're at 137 likes right now, maybe 138. So thank you for watching, and I hope you like this. So please leave feedback, comments, and suggestions. Thank you very much for watching all 3 videos. More updates along the short term will come either tonight or in the days to follow. Bye.